It started like any other morning, or so it seemed. Grey clouds hung low over the schoolyard, and 12-year-old Leia clutched her backpack straps like they were a lifeline. Every step on the cold linoleum made her stomach twist. Today was her first day at a new school, and all she wanted was to vanish into the crowd. But of course, that was never going to happen. People always noticed her. Leia had always been quiet, almost invisible, but tragedy had made her even more withdrawn. Since her mother died, she and her father had been moving constantly, new cities, new houses, new schools. Her dad, a seasoned SWAT officer, was always called away to handle danger she couldn't even imagine. Leia, meanwhile, felt like she was constantly starting over, never allowed to belong. By the third period, the whispers had started. Why doesn't she talk? Is she weird? Or just stuck up? The trio of girls everyone feared, Rachel, Belle, and Tanya, had already set their sights on her. They thrived on control, on making someone smaller feel even smaller, and Leia. She was perfect prey, timid, quiet, and clearly trying to melt into the walls. Lunch brought the storm. Leia had barely settled at an empty table, carefully unwrapping the sandwich her dad had packed, when a sharp smack sent it flying. Juice ran like a river across the table. Oops. Tanya's voice rang with cruel delight. Looks like you won't be needing that. Leia froze. Her eyes stung, tears threatening to spill, but she blinked them back. Slowly, she gathered her ruined lunch and turned to leave, unaware that their game was far from over, and that the day was only just beginning. In the empty hallway near the bathrooms, where teachers rarely walked, Rachel shoved Leia hard. She stumbled, her heart hammering in her chest like a drum on overdrive. Say something, Belle shouted, shoving her into the cold, hard tiles. Are you stupid or just mute? Leia's voice barely rose above a whisper. Please, stop. But her plea only fueled their cruelty. Rachel sneered, grabbing her by the collar. Oh, now she talks, she mocked, dragging Leia toward one of the stalls. Maybe we should give her a new look. Flush her nerves down the toilet. Leia's stomach turned. She could barely breathe. Fear wrapped around her like chains. But fate had a plan she couldn't see coming. 2 floors below. In the school's emergency training hall, Officer Darren Hayes, Leia's father, was running a SWAT drill with his team. The school had lent the space for weekend exercises, but Darren had arranged a special midweek session. He hadn't told Leia. He was planning a surprise for after school. Then it happened. Scream. Soft, muffled, almost lost among the echoes of the hallway. But SWAT officers are trained to notice danger, even from a distance. Darren's head snapped up, instincts kicking in. Somewhere above him, his daughter was in trouble. Darren froze. That voice. He knew it instantly. His own daughter. Years of drills, breaching doors, and handling life or death threats had never prepared him for the icy chill that shot down his spine. Code red. Bathroom hallway, northeast window. He barked. In an instant, 5 officers moved like lightning. Boots slammed against the floor. Vests tightened. Radios crackling orders. The hallway cameras had captured everything, the dragging, the intent. Now the team became a storm of precision and fury. Up in the bathroom, Leia was trapped. Her knees were scraped, her lip bleeding, and terror made her small and tense. Rachel held up her phone, recording every moment of humiliation. Smile, loser, she sneered. Then the door burst open. Black uniforms hit the floor like a wave of steel and authority. Screams erupted. One girl collapsed in shock. The others froze, eyes wide with disbelief. Officer Hayes was first in. His gaze locked on Leia, and everything else fell away. There she was, his little girl, bruised, scared, but alive. Darren's knees hit the floor, his body trembling. His hands reached for her, his voice barely steady. "Leia, I'm here." For the first time that day, Leia let herself cry. The weight of fear, pain, and loneliness poured out of her, and for a moment the world fell away, just father and daughter, safe in each other's arms. The consequences were immediate. Rachel, Belle, and Tanya were suspended indefinitely. Their parents faced legal charges for child abuse and harassment, especially after videos from their phones revealed a disturbing pattern. The school had no choice but to overhaul its anti-bullying policies, but for Leia, the real change wasn't in punishments or rules, it was in how people saw her. Slowly, classmates began to notice her courage. Not because her dad was SWAT, but because she had endured, because she had faced fire and survived. One afternoon, a boy named Evan sat beside her at lunch. He didn't say much, just offered half of his cookie. Leia smiled, something genuine and light, and for the first time in a long time, she felt seen. She started joining class discussions, volunteered to read aloud, and made friends one careful step at a time. Encouraged by her dad, she even joined the school's martial arts club. She still had quiet days, moments of reflection, but now they carried strength. Quiet, steady, unstoppable strength. She wasn't invisible anymore. She wasn't just surviving, she was thriving. She was a survivor.